Absolutely. Here's your full audiobook script for Chapter 8, The Quiet Hours Build the Loud Results. Approx 1,050 words, direct, tough love coaching tone with heavy rhythm and repetition for maximum impact. Chapter 8, The Quiet Hours Build the Loud Results. Everybody wants to shine under the lights, but nobody wants to sweat in the dark. Everybody wants to be seen, but few want to do the work that nobody claps for. Listen carefully. Discipline happens off camera. Success is built when no one's watching. The quiet hours build the loud results. That's the truth. The world sees the highlight. You live the grind. People love the story after you win, but they'll never see what it took to get there. They'll never see the mornings you woke up when it was still dark. They'll never see the nights you stayed in while everyone else went out. They'll never see the sacrifices that silence demanded. And that's fine, because it's not about being seen. It's about being built. That's the key. You have to learn to love the quiet. The silence is where you grow. The boredom is where you sharpen. The solitude is where you separate yourself. The quiet hours are where identity forms. They strip away the noise, the opinions, the distractions. They leave you face to face with the work and with yourself. It's not glamorous. It's not loud. It's not shared on social media. But it's real, and real is what lasts. Everyone wants the public motivation, the applause, the likes, the validation. But public motivation fades. Private mastery endures. The difference? Motivation depends on noise. Mastery depends on silence. You don't need the world to see your grind. You need to live it. You don't need the camera. You need commitment. You don't need witnesses. You need work. The quiet hours are where you prove to yourself that you mean what you say. You have a choice. You can chase attention, or you can chase improvement. You can crave recognition, or you can crave results. But you can't have both. It's not about who notices. It's about who becomes. The world celebrates the outcome, but the disciplined, they celebrate the process. They understand that greatness is forged in repetition. They know that silence is the sound of progress. Think of the greats, the soldier training before dawn, the athlete running drills long after the crowd is gone, the artist refining the same line again and again in an empty studio. No spotlight, no audience, no praise. Just quiet, just discipline. Just relentless follow-through. That's what builds strength the world can't see, until it has no choice but to see it. The world sees the highlight. You live the grind. Say it again. The world sees the highlight. You live the grind. If you want to build something that lasts, a skill, a body, a mindset, a legacy, you must learn to thrive when no one's watching. Because most people can only perform when the camera's on. They only push when someone's clapping. They only act when they think it'll be noticed. But that's not discipline. That's dependency. Discipline is doing the reps when it's quiet, when it's cold, when it's lonely. That's when your foundation is built. You don't rise to the occasion. You rise to the level of your training. And your training happens in silence. That's the difference between those who talk about it and those who become it. Here's the truth. If you can stay consistent in silence, success will eventually get loud. The quiet hours compound. The unseen work builds visible results. Every page written in private becomes a book that changes lives. Every lonely workout becomes the physique they admire. Every quiet morning becomes a habit that rewires your mind. But you can't skip the silence. You can't rush the solitude. You can't fake the grind. The quiet hours don't ask for recognition. They ask for repetition. Here's what you do. This is how you turn silence into strength. Step 1. Set your private standard. Decide what you'll do every day, whether anyone knows it or not. Your standard isn't for show. It's for self-respect. You're not proving anything. You're becoming something. Step 2. Create sacred hours. Block time where the world can't touch you. No phone, no noise, no distractions. That time is your forge. That's where you grow in peace while the world sleeps. Step 3. Let go of the need to share. Not everything needs to be posted. Keep some victories sacred. Private wins build quiet confidence. Because when you no longer need to be seen, you become unstoppable. Understand this. The loudest people rarely last. The most consistent people rarely talk. Discipline doesn't need a witness. It just needs you. Every repetition done in silence, that's a deposit into your future. Every early morning, every lonely night, every quiet session, that's how you earn the life you say you want. You don't need loud talk from loud results. You get them from silent work. You don't need permission. You don't need applause. You don't need proof. You need presence. You need patience. You need persistence. That's the formula. The quiet hours are the test. The unseen grind is the measure. The question is simple. Can you stay committed when no one's watching? Because if you can, the world will have no choice to see you later. The quiet hours build the loud results. That's the truth. That's the discipline. That's the difference. You have to learn to move in silence, to build without broadcasting, to train without validation. Because true confidence doesn't come from being seen. It comes from knowing you've done the work again and again when no one else cared. That's how you earn self-respect. That's how you build power. That's how you live disciplined. So remember this. Every great story begins in silence. Every legacy starts in obscurity. The quiet hours build the loud results. Say it again. The quiet hours build the loud results. Now it's your turn. Get quiet. Get consistent. Get dangerous. You've mastered focus. You've learned the value of attention. Now it's time to master control, not of your environment, but of your mind. Because the next chapter isn't about action. It's about emotion. And emotional control is the final frontier of discipline. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Chapter 9. Mastering the Inner War. Control your mind before it controls you. Let's go. Chapter 9. Mastering the Inner War. Control your mind before it controls you. And end of Chapter 8. Approx 1,050 words. Would you like me to continue immediately with Chapter 9, Mastering the Inner War, Control Your Mind Before It Controls You?